My gym trainer tried to humiliate me in front of everyone until I showed him my real numbers. I was halfway through my deadlift set when Brad, the gym's head trainer, walked over shaking his head. He'd been watching me for weeks with this smug expression, waiting for his moment. Dude, you're gonna hurt yourself, he announced loud enough for half the gym to hear. Your form is terrible, and you're lifting way too much weight for a beginner. I was pulling 315 pounds, which wasn't crazy heavy, but Brad clearly thought I was some newbie trying to show off. I've been lifting for 6 years, I said, setting the bar down. My form's fine. Brad laughed and gestured to the crowd that had started gathering. 6 years and you're still making rookie mistakes? Watch and learn. He loaded up what he thought was an impressive 275 pounds and cranked out 3 reps with exaggerated perfect form, really milking the performance. That's how it's done, he said, flexing for his audience. Proper technique always beats ego lifting. I nodded politely. Nice lift. Mind if I show you something? Before he could answer, I walked over to the squat rack and started loading plates. 135, 205, 455, 495. What are you doing? Brad asked, his confidence starting to waver. Just warming up, I said, sliding under the bar. The gym went dead quiet as I unracked 495 pounds and knocked out 5 clean squats like it was an empty barbell. Brad's face went pale. How did you? That's impossible. I racked the weight and smiled. Want to see my deadlift max? Without waiting for an answer, I walked back to the deadlift platform and started loading it up. 455, 495, 5495. Stop, Brad said. You can't lift that much. Nobody here can lift that much. That's when I pulled out my phone and showed him my powerlifting meet results from last month. First place in my weight class, 585-pound deadlift, 510-pound squat, 335-pound bench press. State record holder, I said quietly. I compete nationally. The entire gym was staring now. Brad looked like he wanted to disappear. Why didn't you say anything? He stammered. You never asked. You just assumed I was a beginner because I don't look like a bodybuilder. I set up for the 585-pound deadlift. The gym was so quiet you could hear a pin drop. I pulled the weight up smooth and controlled, held it for 3 seconds, then set it down gently. The place erupted. People were cheering, taking videos, asking for photos. Brad stood there in shock. I had no idea. I'm sorry, man. You thought because I'm not huge, and cut that I must be weak. I finished. Powerlifters train for strength, not aesthetics. That's when the gym manager walked over. He'd been watching the whole thing. Brad, can I see you in my office? He said, not looking happy. Later, I found out Brad had been complained about multiple times for intimidating newer members and showing off. The gym manager had been looking for a reason to address it. The next week, there was a new policy posted. All members will be treated with respect regardless of experience level or appearance. Brad's hours got cut, and he eventually quit after members started requesting different trainers. The gym asked me to lead a powerlifting workshop the following month. 20 people showed up, including several who said Brad had previously discouraged them from lifting heavy. 6 months later, 3 of those workshop attendees competed in their first powerlifting meet. 2 of them set personal records that would have beaten Brad's gym lifts. I still train at the same gym. Now when I'm deadlifting, people ask for form tips instead of giving unsolicited advice. Sometimes the loudest person in the room is overcompensating for what they lack. Real strength doesn't need to announce itself.